show with you this week, and I've got, I'm actually wearing the official The Stallion t-shirt. What are you wearing, Tiny Tim? Since you're on the phone and we're talking, what are you wearing?
Well, let's see, this taping's now taking place at 11:30 at night. I'm in jogging pants and a t-shirt ready for bed, Rick Deezel.
Well,
you and your time's the call for a TV show.
I gotta go when the spirit hits me, brother. I gotta go. My producer, Tiny Tim, on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. And
Wrestling fans, and tell you, last episode was quite interesting, and I think this week we're gonna be ready for some other ones. And you tell me when you're ready, and I'll start giving some topics that we.
Well, I feel like first thing I need to do is I need to explain who the Stallion is. The Stallion is a wrestler that wrestles for EWC out in Johnson City, Tennessee. Now, the best way to describe the Stallion is what you would get if Phil Donahue joined the Village People. Okay? You got a skinny white guy with white hair and a white goatee wearing chaps. What does that tell you?
The Stallion. If my memory serves me correct, that shirt was one of those Pinnacle Media designed shirts as well. And
that's it, the Stallion.
Specifically asked for from what, 4 fans out in EWC in Johnson City.
Well, here's my question. Here's my question: is when the Stallion approved this design, did he not know that it had a horse's head from a chess set on it?
Well, that was kind of what they were looking for, I think.
Okay.
Hell, I don't know, Rick Deezel. It's once again, 4 fans requested a Stallion designed shirt, and 4 fans did not buy them when we took them out there. So,
well,
I think you're the only man in history that still has a Stallion shirt.
Well, I got this one as a gift.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, that makes it a whole lot better.
Let's do it!
Rick Deezel, what do you think about Sweet Daddy winning that World Heavyweight Championship?
Well, let me tell you what I think about Sweet Daddy winning that World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, he's had it before, so it's not like it's come as a real surprise to anybody that Sweet Daddy could win the World Heavyweight title. But of course, now the last time he held it, it was not recognized as the AIWF World Heavyweight title. It was just the AIWF Heavyweight title. But now, as you know, the AIWF World Heavyweight title is one of probably, what, 3 or 4 legitimately recognized World Heavyweight titles. Not like so many others out there that they say, you know, we're wrestling in Wilsonburg, South Carolina once every 6 months and we've got a World Heavyweight title. Yeah, okay. But anyway, Sweet Daddy won the AIWF World Heavyweight title, but I have a concern.
What's your concern, Rick Deezel?
I feel like that there might be a chance that the AIWF World Heavyweight title might get segregated a little bit. I think that there's a little profiling going on, considering the fact, okay, think about it. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know if Sweet Daddy's requesting this, but I think it went deeper and farther than Sweet Daddy. Devon Day held the title, a man of color. He lost it to Sweet Daddy, a man of color. And who is the first person Sweet Daddy defends the title against? Ooga Booga, a man of many colors. And I don't know, he's actually got colors here. I mean, but you know.
I'd say that's a very good question for the AIWF Executive Board, because they're the ones that approve those matches. Maybe that's a concern you might want to voice with that Executive Committee.
Well, see, here's my thing. I think the AIWF is trying to get diversified, and I think that they're going about it the wrong way. I mean, seriously, who's he going to put the title up against next? I think you're running out of men of color.
Well, there's Lamont Steele, there's Mr. Excellent.
You do realize that if Sweet Daddy was sitting in front of my backdrop, you couldn't see him, right? Unless you told a joke.
Moving on.
Oh, okay.
Affiliated the AIWF Eastern All-Star Wrestling over in Eden, North Carolina, Rick Deezel. Someone that you've had some tainted history with in the past.
EAW, the only wrestling organization that I can think of that has not reached puberty. You've seen Justin Cross. I have to admit, I was at the EAW show last Friday night. What was that? The October 1st show of EAW, and I'll be honest with you, it was not a bad show. They still haven't hit puberty yet, but it was not a bad show. And Justin Cross actually has some facial hair now, and I heard he's married. But that did not stop what happened backstage that you can see on AIWF Mid-Atlantic TV and on the internet coming up real soon. Justin Cross had a little bit of an issue backstage. Oh, and you know what? Speaking of Sweet Daddy, I know I don't want to jump around, but you know, when Sweet Daddy won that World Heavyweight title, he had a few things to say, and have we got time to go check out what he said there, Tiny Tim?
Absolutely.
All right, let's cut to that right now.
But finally, I got back what is rightfully the fans of the AIWF. And I promise to all the fans here and all the fans at home, no matter what, I will defend it proudly and in your honor.
So what'd you think about that there, Tiny Tim? Sweet Daddy saying that he won that title for the fans and that he was going to defend it for the fans in their honor.
You know, Sweet Daddy has always been the most popular wrestler in the AIWF, and in the 5 years I've been here, I've never seen anyone more popular than Sweet Daddy. I think that's something to, I know it's not something you'll go with, but I think the fans will appreciate that answer from Sweet Daddy.
Well, we will see what happens with the future Sweet Daddy. Now, getting back to EAW. The EAW Eastern All-Star Wrestling wrestles in Eden, North Carolina. I was there. That was, I mean, that was the night. Now, when EAW aligned themselves with the AIWF, first thing that happened was an influx of talent from the AIWF with the likes of Drake Tungsten, Jimmy Love, Lewis Moore, Matt Houston, DJ Hart. I mean, the list goes on and on. But now, that Friday night, I mean, DJ Hart took a beating on October 1st at the EAW show at the Eden Event Center in Eden, North Carolina. That was just unprecedented, Tiny Tim. I have not seen a beating like that in a long time.
Well, in beating, you're referring to the Old School Mafia, and you know, Old School Mafia has really become hitmen, it seems, as of late.
Well, it kind of goes along with the word with the name Mafia.
Well, and that's very true, and you know, there's a lot of things that's happened with the Mafia and resulting around Chuck King. But what's your opinion on this whole thing with the Mafia and how it's been going with the beatdowns that they've been giving on the people?
Well, let me tell you something about the Old School Mafia. I mean, what they're doing is once again, it's unheard of. The Old School Mafia has zeroed in literally on legends in the world of professional wrestling. They have already attacked Ivan Koloff, who is the new CEO of AIWF. I mean, I'm talking the big dog. They done attacked him. They've attacked Ricky Morton. Now, I'm not saying that DJ Hart is a legend in professional wrestling. I mean, you see what's going on with him and Jimmy Love, so that just kind of fits right in. But the Mafia has swore to take out their frustration on any legends, quote-unquote, names in the business of professional wrestling. And so far, they've been doing a pretty damn good job of these attacks. And to be honest with you, how long is it going to be before a legend wrestler will not even sign to come into the AIWF just out of pure fear of what the Mafia might do to them? Well, and you know, not as a shameless cheap plug here, we had Friday night, the Russian chain match between Ivan Koloff and Matt Houston. And in all honesty, Rick Deezel, I honestly feared for the well-being of Ivan Koloff. Well, you know, Ivan Koloff, he's not the most spry individual out there anymore, but I have to give him credit for stepping up to this match, you know, just stepping up there and going in this Russian chain match with Matt Houston. But I agree with you. If the Mafia continues the ways that they've been doing, I mean, who knows what's going to happen to Ivan Koloff. I mean, you've seen that promo that's on all over the internet with the Mafia, right? Absolutely. I got a problem with that promo. I want to know who in the hell made that promo. If you'll watch that promo, the Mafia promo from Pelham, North Carolina, Lewis Moore, you made a comment about Rick Deezel, comparing me to Ricky Morton and our childbearing efforts. And I did not appreciate that. Not to mention the fact that that ugly picture that they put up of Rick Deezel when he made it. I want to know who done that. Because that pisses me off. There's no reason for that. Who done that? Oh, I did. I was on editing duty that day. You did? Yes, I did. You got something to say about it? Yeah, why'd you make me look like that? You made me look bad. You know what? I'm a superstar and you made me look bad. Well, I just edited the damn video. You want to fight about it? Yeah, I'll kick your ass. Well, come on, kick my ass. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, Tiny Tim. Sometimes people just get carried away in this business over the simplest little things.
Wow, I'm not sure what to really say about that.
It's getting late, I haven't seen my date, so tell me when the boys get in. 7 o'clock and I wanna rock.
And we're gonna go right into the mailbag here. Rick Deezel, we got 3 and kind of 4 this week. First one's going to be from Steve in Ashland, Kentucky, and he wants to know how you feel about wrestling governing bodies, athletic commissions, boxing commissions, etc., and how they handle pro wrestling.
I like them. Believe it or not, I like them. Now, there was a time when Rick Deezel might have had a problem with them. Back in the 90s, when the family, the original family, by the way, many called it our reign of terror with the fire and the barbed wire and the glass and the tables and everything. Yeah, I had a little problem with the commissions putting restraints on us back then. But you know how I feel about commissions now? Good. Good for the commissions. It keeps the riffraff out. Up in Virginia, you know what, in Virginia and Kentucky. Now, when these commissions step in and they make you get these licenses and they have all these restrictions, it keeps these backyard groups with these 14-year-old knotheads out there jumping around from being able to put on wrestling shows. It keeps them from doing events. It keeps them from going and getting buildings, because half of them have so much money in their skateboards that they can't freaking afford to rent a building to run a show halfway anyhow. So if you put a little extra fine in there, a little extra money, it keeps the riffraff out. It keeps the people who do not need to be in this business, who do not need to be running shows, it keeps them in their place and lets the professionals do what their profession asks them to do. How'd that come out?
Well, you know, I agree with you in one respect to that, but in one way I disagree with that, and I'm going to touch on Ricky Morton, who is banned in the state of Kentucky from wrestling.
Well, that's probably had something to do with roadkill.
Well, no, he supposedly no-showed an event that he told a promoter that he wasn't going to appear on in the first place, and
was he in jail?
You know, I mean, what are you feeling?
Hey, I can say that because I've done one of the first interviews with Ricky Morton when he got out of jail one time. And he admitted it, so I'm good. I'm covered.
Second one comes from Brian in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Why does the AIWF not bring in name wrestlers?
Okay. I don't know, Brian. I'm sure that you may have, I'm sure, you know, maybe you haven't been watching AIWFWrestling.net before you wrote that letter, but okay. Just a few weeks ago, Ivan Koloff was in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Just a few weeks ago, Ricky Morton was in Pelham, North Carolina. Do we want to mention Demolition? Do we want to mention the Powers of Pain, who are all in Clayton, North Carolina? Jake the Snake Roberts in Lexington, North Carolina. Do we want to mention the Ivan Koloff tournament, where they have Bob Orton Sr.? Do we want to mention... No, we don't want to mention George South.
Well, Buddy Landell's scheduled for...
Buddy Landell is coming to frickin' Fright Night. So Brian in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, before you put pen to paper, baby, you need to put your digits on the keyboard and type in AIWFWrestling.net and actually see what's going on.
Good answer. Judy in Danville, Virginia. Now we're going over...
Judy, what you got for me, Judy?
Great show in Pelham. I love coming to the shows in the area, but I'm curious, when will the AIWF return to Danville, Virginia?
Judy, do you wear mini skirts and do I remember you? Oh, that's answering the question with his question, ain't it? What was the question?
She wants to know when the AIWF is returning to Danville, Virginia.
The AIWF is returning to Danville, Virginia on February the 12th. Yes, February the 12th. We're actually doing it Pure Pro Wrestling, AIWF Pure Pro, which is a part of AIWF Mid-Atlantic. We'll be hosting Capital Punishment 2011, which is like the 13th year of that show as well. We'll be hosting Capital Punishment on February 12th in Danville, Virginia. Keep watching AIWFWrestling.net for further information on that. It's still a ways off, so we got to see what happens. We still got to get through Seasons Beatings, which, by the way, will be in Clayton, North Carolina this year. Seasons Beatings actually may be a two-part show this year from what I hear. It may be in Mount Airy on the 18th and in Clayton on the 11th in Clayton and Mount Airy on the 18th. Still not sure about that yet.
Well, the last, this isn't really an email on the last one, Rick. This is a message, what turned out to be an assault, it appears, from one person and a rant from another. I'm not sure, but Elkin Man on the message board. Elkin Man. And, you know, from what I've gathered about it is, why does Rick Deezel have something against Elkin Man? Just out of curiosity. Why do you turn everything he says against him when it's a fan asking a question? And that's from me, by the way. It's not from Elkin Man.
First off, Elkin Man, you are now officially my new nemesis. I don't answer on message boards. I don't talk on message boards. Yes, I talk on my Facebook, but you know why? Because on Facebook, if I don't like what you say, I can delete your posts. On message board, somebody else has that power. So I don't talk on message boards. So if you had a problem with something somebody said on a message board, don't direct it toward me, nemesis. Do not direct it toward me, nemesis. Because now me and you, we got a nemesis thing going, because you're my nemesis. Nemesis.
Wow. All right, fans, we're going to keep going. Like I said, I know we're over behind this week, Rick Deezel, but let's keep going. We're going to go through a name drop. First name up, Doink.
Let's drop Elkin Man on his head. Who?
Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown? Which one? My God, there's 100 of them. Pick one. You know what? You could take and make a Doink the Clown Las Vegas show, and all they do is juggle Doink the Clowns, because there's 100 of them. They're everywhere. Some of them look like they got socks on their head. Give me a break. There was only one Doink the Clown. Just because it's clown makeup don't mean there can be 100 of you.
How about Ooga Booga?
Ooga Booga. I don't, okay, why would a man put toothpaste on his nipples?
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, you could ask Ooga Booga, but he has a hard time answering you because he got a bone in his throat.
How about Ivan Koloff?
Ivan Koloff, well, I ranted a little bit on Ivan Koloff a little while ago. I have to give the man credit for stepping up in the Russian chain match at Fright Night on October 30th in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I give him credit for that, but Ivan, brother, don't become a charity case, okay? Understand that it's great to do, it's great to do autograph sessions, it's great to do the promos, and hey, you're the CEO of the AIWF, so I will not try to step over any lines. You could be the stallion. But the thing about it is you just got to know, man. You just got to know. I know it's hard to quit this business, but sometimes you just got to know.
Buddy Landale.
Buddy Landale. Let me tell you something about Buddy Landale. In the mid-90s, Buddy Landale had a run with the AIWF, and he is the only legend wrestler to ever come to the AIWF and step in the ring in a match with members of the family with a broke arm. He had a broken arm. He got in the match. He wrestled. God bless Buddy Landale. You know, and it's going to be good to see him again on October 30th in Mount Airy. Can't wait. Good old Buddy. Good old Buddy. Wonder how much weight he's gained.
Charles Rourke of Star News.
Charles Rourke. Let me tell you something, Charles Rourke. I'm back in your area now. I'm roaming around over in Pelham, which is between Danville and Reidsville. And now I'm back in Eden, North Carolina, which is between Reidsville and your place, Martinsville, Virginia. So you never know what might happen, Charles Rourke. Grow a pair. Come on out and see me sometime. Last time me and you seen each other, I got my head shaved by mass men in Reidsville, North Carolina. I haven't forgot that, Charles Rourke, you little skeleton. I haven't forgot it. One of these days, Hollywood Mountain may call my name and I may come back up there just to spit on your doorstep.
Well, Deezel, we made it to another episode of Like It or Not.
I think we went over, but when have we not?
Say again?
I said, I think we went over, but when have we not? It's all the Stallion's fault because he looks like Phil Donahue in The Village People.
Is that your final thought this week?
My final thought this week is if you're a small in stature man with white hair and a white goatee, don't wear chaps.
Well, Deezel, that's all the time we have for this week.
All right. Tiny Tim, I appreciate it, man. I still ain't quite figured out why they call you Tiny Tim when your head's as big as a water balloon. But we will see you next week right here on Like It or Not, because I'm Rick Deezel and I'm on the internet whether you like it or not.
Waste the time.